We back.
We back.
Technical difficulties.
Slight technical difficulties.
Fucking computer fucking got jammed up because we're making so much goddamn talent or content.
Too much noise. Just too hot.
Content.
Too hot. The content is too much. It's too much.
We are back. We are with special guest.
Yo, sir.
What's your name, bro?
Rellik. Rellik 444. In the head. In the hizzle. In the bizzle. I don't know.
Yes, sir. So our shit got shut down, but we back. We're jumping right back into where we left off.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And you were saying that you're a late bloomer. Fucking tell us about
basically.
Tell us about it.
And I'm not talking about life for pure. No.
Tell us about your musical journey.
Basically. And real quick correction. Earlier, this is touching on.
It's really been bugging me.
Yeah, it's very important. One of the songs that I cannot get out. It's core memory that my dad listened to all the time growing up. It was actually Crossfade, Cold. I never meant to be so cold. I never meant. That's the actual song. I totally had the lyrics and the band wrong. I think I said it was fucking Coldplay or some shit. I'm gonna go just kill myself for that. But yeah, so returning to the discussion of what kind of formed Lil J, Rellik here, where I left off is like, I have a lot of different like hip hop influences for how I rap, but the problem is a lot of them didn't come until, I guess, till I started rapping or about the same time. Like I said, like I really was into Tech Nine and Worldwide Choppers. My stepdad listened to a lot of Tech Nine around the house. That's where that came from. Like one of my earliest songs, like hip hop, this is actually a hip hop one that's from a while ago, even though I didn't get into hip hop till I was like 16, was the weird, not rapping like the hero, the Xerox. I ran scrimmage and I fought to the damn finish and I popped eyes open without eating me canned spinach. Slam with it, ram with it, and dig it, 9 slam. Yeah, it's a tech. Who do I catch now? Thank you. Sorry, long-winded way of saying who do I catch now. I was rapping that when I was a tiny little kid for no reason. I didn't like any other rap song, but my stepdad would play it all the fucking time, and I like to do that. Weird, not rapping like the Xerox, you hear not? Ah, puppy. And so yeah, the Tech Nine, the Worldwide Choppers, all that. And when I really started rapping, I felt like I was really falling in love with just the art form and the genre. So a shit ton of like Chris Webby was like what I listened to for guilty pleasure. I really wanted to pay my dues, so I went back and I listened to every single Tupac album, every single Biggie Smalls album. I still love Ready to Die. I
started doing your research?
Yeah, because I was working at Walmart at the time. This is the end of high school, right after high school, kind of as my senior year as I was graduating. I was working at Walmart through all of it. You know what I'm saying? And all this rap stuff started at 16, right around junior year.
All right.
So like 17 was like a big time because I was just at work all day. I was a grocery shopper, online grocery pickup. So I shopped for people in the store. So I got to wear headphones and just zone out for like 10 hours a day, just listening to music nonstop. And I would burn through albums. Like I'd listen to a whole artist's discography in like a day sometimes.
Right.
And 50 Cent, I listen to all the 50 Cent albums. I still love 50 Cent to this day, way more than a white boy probably should. But I fucking love Get Rich or Die Trying. That shit, you throw it on and I can start rapping to it. You know, I love that shit. Like,
dude, the G-Unit, fucking
G-Unit
to this day, man. That shit still slaps.
Yeah, I get money. I get no. Sorry, I love that shit. So yeah. And obviously, if no one could tell, Eminem for sure, just everything, his D12 shit. I love Devil's Night. I want to get Devil's Night tattooed on me. I love that album so fucking much.
Where's he getting it tattooed on?
I don't know.
Over your heart?
Maybe on the show, you know, that Burning Match album cover and shit. Yeah, a lot of that shit just, and a lot of the
purple pills on your heart, over your heart and shit. You love it.
For real. It's kind of cringy. But Eminem gets more credit, I think, than Webby does for my influence. And I'll be quick on this, but yeah, Chris Webby's definitely a big artist that, like, he was like my Eminem for a lot of people who were starting rapping in the 2000s. You know what I'm saying? Like,
all right.
2009, like his White Noise LP, like I was 9. I wasn't listening to it in 2009. It took me a few years later, but just... And that's kind of where I mean by I'm a late bloomer. A lot of the albums, like, I don't have those albums that they came out that year. And I was like, wow, this is like my...
You like discover
I had to go back and discover a lot of things, but they still were like super impactful for me. Like, I could tell you when and where I was in the store when I was listening to Nas's fucking Illmatic. That fucking album. And like it was snowing outside, and the song at the end of the fucking album that sounds like a Christmas song almost, but a hip hop fucking represent. If anybody even gives a shit, or you know what I'm talking about, the song in that, if you're listening to it during a snowstorm, it's fucking perfect. So a lot of shit like that really influenced me. I could go on forever about it, but
all right, let's switch it up. So
if you wanted to,
you started the Tech Nine stuff got you invested in it, and then so then you spun off and you're like, yo, I want to know more about this hip hop shit, and so you started doing deep dives and fucking doing discographies and shit.
And not like artificially, like I wasn't like, oh, I want to be a good rapper, so I went and I listened to it. I just really fell in love with hip hop, like making it. And even though I wasn't like we didn't have like the easiest time growing up, but I wasn't from the hood or nothing. I always said I'm kind of like in that middle ground, like, you know, we struggled. It wasn't like we were rich or nothing, but, you know, I'm not going to say I was out on the streets or nothing, you know what I mean? But I related to a lot of that, even the street shit. And I don't know where it came from or why. Even the first time my mom heard me rapping, she came in and she said, she was like, okay, white boy. Okay. And like, because she had never heard of me be into
I almost
anything.
thought about just fucking punching you right now. Like you, what do you mean you ain't for the streets?
No.
Fucking damn.
No,
I'm sorry. That shit fucking crossed through my mind. I was like, damn, what if I just fucking punch him right on camera right now and shit? That would be fucked up. I would not do that to you.
No,
You know I love you too much.
I'm more from like grunge. I feel like punk, you know, like hooligans in that sense. Less like, but I fell in love with and it's still kind of that way where a lot of what I listen to is like metal and EDM, but what I love making is rap. At the same time, I love screaming. That is like my true deep down passion. If there was anything I wanted to be in the world,
we're gonna speak on it.
If there was anything I wanted to be in the world more, it would be Slipknot. I want to be like, I don't want to just be Corey Taylor, but that sort of just screaming for a crazy ass fucking going in my heart of hearts is where I feel like I belong.
Well, we might as well flip it then, because the metal influence. So you got this rap stuff going on. You're like deep diving. You're doing discographies. You're like fucking looking shit up. You're like learning the art, like history. And
Same way I did with metal, because metal was a little bit before that.
So that's where I'm going with this. Like, so what's like?
Yeah, they were kind of different phases.
How's that tie in?
Okay, so the metal ties in. It was actually before the hip hop. That would have been like, so like hip hop started at 16. Like I said, the big thing was just not taking my car to school every day. So riding on the bus and just meeting new people every day really kickstarted it, I think. But before that, like I told you, I found my iPod from back then, and it was just Korn, Slipknot, and System of a Down. Were the three bands that I just listened to from, I'd say 14 to 16, or even like 12 to 16. Whenever that day I found Slipknot at Six Flags was, and I heard it for the first time, I was just a metal kid, and a cringy one at that. If the song wasn't screaming in your face about like, death, 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 I wanna die, 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 I wasn't fucking with it. I just wasn't. I'm sorry. It's cringy, but that was just me. Like, that was little teenage Jay. That's all I wanted was just Korn, Slipknot. I'm angsty. I'm edgy. You know what I'm saying? And shit. Fucking. That's how I learned how to scream. Like, I never even taught myself. I just have always been able to scream like Slipknot. Like, I would the first album, 1999, Slipknot. Know every single word till this day. Just trying to growl. Like, there's no technique to it.
Oh shit! It says 444 on the fucking.
Then that's part of where the name came from.
Oh, Rellik 444, fucking on the fucking screen.
Perfect time for a quick tangent. That's why the 444 is in there.
If you're watching
it's a
this,
lucky number.
You're gonna be fucking possessed and shit.
Nah, it's a good sign. It means to keep following your dreams. You're on the right path.
If you look at your fucking clock right now and it says 444 or any,
we're coming through the screen.
You possessed. You messed up. Like, it's all bad.
Oh, there's someone at the door now too. That's
Somebody's
terrifying.
at the door. We gotta shut it down. We'll be right back.
We'll be right back.
Intoxxikated Television. Fucking subscribe, you motherfuckers.
Yes, sir.
We'll be right back. We got another special guest in the house. Cheers. One.